Hey, what's up? 6.5 here, and today we're going to be checking out something that I personally think should have been implemented in plugins a very long time ago and looked after, especially by the main plugin companies like Sonible, Izotope, and even Fabfilter, even though I don't think Fabfilter really cares about that. But yeah, and it's not a diss or anything. I think that it's just a critique, and this is why I would have addressed it because of something like this. What is it, you may ask? I think the words already here would suggest that sidechain compression, but it's not like what was settled for. Meaning something that I always would have been looking for, especially with the really high tech plugins, like especially from Izotope. I mean, Neutron is a game changer, but when it came to the sidechaining, it was and the reason why sidechain. Oh, before I go any further, let me put a pin in that. I don't do these videos in a studio. I just get inspired and I go on my OBS, which has been crashing, and and yeah, I just do a one take. So yeah, if you're gonna hear people in the background and stuff like that and thing. If it's not for you, I understand. And yeah, anyhow, let's keep moving. So right, what I was saying, I cannot remember, but the traditional side chaining, every DAW has a different side chain method. With Reaper, this is pretty simple. It took me, like, honestly, it took a very long time for me to understand that when you press this, it's going to send. I'm not going to do it because I'm not sure if it's going to mess up my video. So but you do this and you quickly click it and you'll see like an icon, and you can put it in there and you can side chain it, and then you can press here. And I got to go back on YouTube. It took me a lot of YouTube videos to get the right one. That was frustrating for track spacer, mind you. And with factory track spacer, using this particular way of side chaining would really put you ahead of being the best when it comes to side chaining signals and stuff like that. I personally believe that. Anyhow, so what this does, this is called sidechain compressor from DB Audioware, from Dave. What's the guy's name? Dave Brown. That's DB Audioware. And this should have been the industry standard of how sidechaining should be. This is out from 2014, guys and gals. 2014. And this is the second version of it. The first version is in 32-bit. So this is the 64-bit version. 2014, my guys. 2014, my peoples. So anyhow, not going to rant about that. So this is what you do. So like I said, the OBS has been crashing a lot. Literally, this is like 16 takes. But anyhow, so what you do, if like I have the kick and the bass, the usual stuff. So I want the kick pushed through in the bass. And what you do is you turn on the universal sidechain 1, 2. So it'll be like click, good. So since this will be sending the signal to the bass, what you do, you leave the knob on send. You can click and thing, but send, receive, you leave it on send, and then for here you put it on receive. Right now, make sure the bus letters are corresponding. So this is bus A, so it's going to come from bus A to this here. So it means basically A to F. You can put other instances on other channels, and you can send this to other channels. Basically, I'll do that in another video if I remember. Anyhow, so now so when this is being sent here, let's press play. This is what's going to happen. Play. Right. So as you can hear the compressed signal going on. That's because I would have done this before in the other video, but I didn't reset anything. All right. So you're going to hear the signal coming through. Now you're going to hear the compressed signal because of this. What's happening? I'm going to just reset certain things. This was here. Just resetting certain things so that you could understand what's going on. All right, good. So after you have done the basics, no, you turn on listen. Why would you do that? Just listen. Okay, so you turn on listen, play, so you can hear the signal of the kick coming in. I personally believe that one of the problems that plugin developers, if they know about it, would face is latency. Whereas this is coming in like a millisecond after, you could hear, just press, you could hear the signal delayed. Oh, it's not delayed anymore. Oh, well, no problem there. But it was delayed. Come on, don't make me look crazy now. Anyhow, so you put on the listen so that you can hear the signal coming through from here. And you can adjust now, like this is a filter, high cut. You can filter it to where you want cutting through on the bass signal. So you can go here, still like you want from, say like 42 hertz. So 42 hertz and below will not be compressed. Or sorry, the signal will not come through and therefore will not be compressed. And then the high cut, like say you want it at 147k, the signal above 147, this is like up to 20 kilohertz, right? 147, put it back if I can, right? Will not be compressed. The signal will not go through. So that's why it's going to sound like this. Because if I do this, you hear the fullness and you can hear the little delay. Anyhow, I don't know what this is. So good. So right. So basically, you're getting a signal that's from 42 hertz to 630. Put it back like 1.21k. So this is the in between here. So 42 hertz to 1.2k kilohertz will be sent through to the compressor to be compressed and pushed down per se, so that the kick can cut through the bass channel, right? So when you turn this off, this is what you're going to hear. I'm going to turn this up. Right, you're going to hear nothing because obviously the threshold is down. So when you start turning up the threshold, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to over exaggerate it so you can see, one, it's working, and two, that it is possible that this can work. All right, so let's go. Turn that up a little. Mute. Hear it. Just over exaggerating it, but so that you can see that it works. That's it. Sonible, Izotope, Fabfilter. That's it. And then you just adjust the suit. So obviously you bring this down, and you could turn back on. I just turned this off for effect's sake, and then you could and that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Two plugins talking to each other, sending a signal to the other is possible. Sonible, Izotope, Fabfilter, the different plugins from United Plugins and Plugin Alliance. It's possible. Waves, it is possible. So if anybody could check it out, get in contact with these people and see if they could I don't revisit it if they haven't heard of it already. And yeah, and see if we could like get something better for, or like do another step in the evolution of the audio domain, you know. Yeah, this is 2024 going into 2025. I mean, the trend of ducking, or the trend of sidechaining, you know, has been up for a good while, and to me there was no solution. There was no solution, and this is the fastest, the only solution that I came up with. But it is from a very small company, DB Audio Wear. They are Dave Brown's audio wear, I should say. Anyhow, so you can get this. I'm going to be expanding and really experimenting on this. Actually, right? But Neutron 3. I realized that when I pull up Neutron 3, that my OBS was crashing, so I'm not going to pull it up right now. But they would have mastered the monitoring of masking, and they would have had this inverse link that when you put it on when you connect the two instances of Neutron 3, and then you pull up one node of the EQ, the other instance on the other EQ would go down in the opposite direction. No, that was great and innovative, but what happens is that you still had to depend on the sidechain effect or the sidechain module in the particular DAW to do sidechaining, because when you put the effect to, I really want to pull it up but I can't because the OBS crashed so many times, but when you do the sidechain, it only sidechains the particular instance and not sidechain the input from the other instance. And I think that's the next level to the to sidechaining. You know, I even know with Fabfilter, well, not just Fabfilter. Well, Fabfilter is the only one in the planet right now that has the Soothe 2 effect, which is like suppression basically in an EQ. And I'm figuring that if, you know, if it already has the masking monitoring inside of it, if it could talk to each other like wow, you know, if the different instances can talk to each other. Yes, Sonible does it to a certain extent, but they don't do sidechaining. They only do spectral, which is weird because it's like I was checking on it, and you know, I was thinking that the spectral EQing was the same thing as the sidechaining, but it's not. And I mean, it's like, come on, guys, what's going on? Sorry, I gotta move the mouse, you know. But yeah, so I mean, what's up, developers? You know, like, come on, we could do better than this. It's going to be 2025 and we still haven't solved the sidechain effect as yet, or the sidechain process as yet. No, other DAWs have their own, which are pretty straightforward. Probably for SF Pro Tools, oh my gosh, but I haven't used Pro Tools in years. I have Pro Tools here, but I don't use it, and that's another story for another day. But this is pretty complicated to me. This particular one from Reaper, I love Reaper, but this sidechaining, I mean, made me actually go and look for a tool like this. But Studio One, Ableton, Kate one wasn't pretty easy to, I think. Cubase one went to Cubase. Anyhow, check this out if you don't want that hassle. So yeah, if you don't want the hassle of having to learn your sidechain processing, get this. But it's the only thing is that it's only for compression, that sort of way. You could buy this for $79. I don't know if the site really still sells it. I got the demo for a good while, and this technology was out from 2014, guys. Yeah, 2014. It has MIDI control. You can use it from Vista to Windows 10 on OS X from version 10.7 to 10.11. I'm not sure if you can use it now on the Sequoia. I think Sequoia is the version that's up now, so I'm not sure if you can use it on that, but you know, try it and see, or you would know for yourself what's going on. Right, so the sidechain compressor is flexible, and I'm reading off of the site right here. Yeah, the strong point is is the site is saying the strong point is what we was just discussing right here, sending one channel, one signal to another channel, that sort of way. And yeah, this is the unique selling point, but nobody really talked about it. There are only like 2 or 3 videos of this and nothing else on the internet about this. So, you know, check it out. And if anybody has any links to these big plugin companies, come on guys, link them up and tell them, like, let them know. Just saying. YC, Weaver Beats, those guys who will have the connects or so, you know, check up and ask a question. Anyhow, having said all of that, that's a mouthful. But having said all of that, I hope that this has added some value to your mixing journey. If it has, subscribe. If you like what was being said or whatever for this particular video, like, comment, you know, your views, questions, or whatever. And yeah, man, for every single music need, I have a service for, so you could check the links down below. If you need your song mixed or mastered, links down below. If you need singers, I know singers, and we got links down below. If you need your song written, I can write songs, links down below. If you need help with song progression or just your song creation, check out my links down below. That's it. Until the next video, 6.5 out.